higher learning, everyone knows that student loan debt is definitely on the rise. And in fact, last year, the amount of outstanding student loan debt overtook consumer credit card debt levels for the first time ever. A number of organizations have developed tools to help families understand the dangers of student loan debt. And of course, here to talk about some of the things families can do to make sure their loved ones don't take on too much debt is Peter Kerwin of the Rhode Island Higher Education Assistance Authority. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning, Michaela.
All right, so what can we do to really, get a handle on our student loan debt?
Well, Michelle Singletary, the columnist, personal finance columnist for the Washington Times, had an article about this last month, and she basically said student debt, hint, avoid it, which pretty much says it all for me, okay? Right. I mean, the thing is that debt levels right now across the country are going down for consumer debt. The New York Fed reported in the second quarter that that consumer loan debt had gone down by $60 billion. Now that's great news overall. The problem is that people are ramping up on their student loan debt. So they're cutting back on credit card and mortgage debt. Great news, and that's good if you're saving money in order to do that.
Right.
The problem is they're putting that money into student loan debt, and those levels are really increasing. I mean, we've seen the student debt level in the second quarter of this year was up as high as $845 billion, compared to only $640 billion for credit card and other consumer debt. So that shows that really there's a big push there.
Yeah, that's an astronomical amount.
It really is. And so what they've done is there's a fellow who's created a student loan debt clock that's online now, and it's Mark Kantrowitz. He runs a great website called FinAid, www.finaid.org. It has all sorts of great college financial aid info.
Perfect.
But he put the clock up there to kind of show people the level at which student loan debt, where it is right now, and what you see when you go there is just staggering. I mean, it's up to $695 billion as of yesterday, the last time I looked. And what you're seeing all the time is every second it's going up by $3,000. You're sitting at your computer and it just keeps going and going.
So is there anything that we can do? I mean, of course you say, student loan debt, avoid it at all costs, but can you really do that?
What you can try to do is be sensible about the whole process. Okay. I mean, we talked earlier this year about a book called Debt-Free You by Zach Bissonette up at UMass, and his whole attitude was if you're taking on too much college loan debt to finance college, you're going to the wrong college. And it's hard for parents to say to their children, you can't go to your dream school, but what you need to be able to do is sit down and use some of the tools that are out there now. All the colleges have to put these net cost calculators on their websites. Right. So really, you have to do the work to comparison shop, to make sure you understand what the cost is going to be, and to make sure you realize that if you don't get the financial aid you want, you're going to have to make some tough choices, and maybe postponing that dream school or not going to that dream school is going to be better than living in mom and dad's basement for a long time, because you're graduating into a job market where things are very difficult.
All right, so the payoff could be there. All right, Peter, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
For more information from College Bound Fund, you can head to foxprovidence.com.